Oh, y'all getting free content. I had to pay $1. I don't know if Insider's gonna try to get me because I'm giving it to y'all for free. Ooh, this is tea. James Charles's ex-employee speaks out about lawsuit, claiming he didn't pay her overtime and asked her to shave his butt. That's $10,000 alone. That's $10,000 on its own. So, no. Beauty influencer James Charles on the left is being sued by ex-employee Kelly Rockland on the right. YouTuber James Charles is facing another threat to his beauty empire. The 21-year-old multi-millionaire has been engulfed in... I'm sorry, I'm having to stop. I'm too blind for this. Too blind. Can we do any more? I know I'm really bad I'm a really bad host. I'm sorry. I'm a really bad host. I'm really trying. Get back on the camera. Okay. 21-year-old multimillionaire has been engulfed in the fallout from an underage sexting scandal, temporarily losing monetization on YouTube and serving ties with Morphe Cosmetics. Now, Charles's former producer and creative director as well, Kelly Rockland, is speaking out about her lawsuit against him, which alleges wrongful termination, disability discrimination, failure to provide reasonable accommodations, and failure to pay minimum wage for overtime hours worked. Rockland is 26 and was 23 when she worked for Charles for about 6 months in 2018. She spoke with Insider about her lawsuit and why she now feels she can speak publicly about her experience working for Charles. While Rockland said she initially wanted to settle with Charles privately, she said he and his legal representation declined to settle during early conversations in 2019, indicating to Rockland they would prefer to litigate the dispute in private arbitration. Sorry. In March 2020, Rockland filed her complaint in Los Angeles County Superior Court. So this was 2020. Why is he saying that it's been years of this? Hold on. Oh, okay. Did I miss something? Charles declined to comment on Rockland's claims to Insider, but filed a response to the complaint that denies all of her claims in a video he posted on Twitter on May 10th. Charles is accused Rockland of taking her story to the media in an attempt to publicly pressure him into a higher settlement offer. Charles questioned why Rockland spoke out now after the legal dispute has been going on for 2 years. Okay, here's the video that we watched earlier. In response to Charles's May 10th video, Rockland's attorney told Insider his view that the reason the case has been taking so long is because of Charles's legal team's attempt to compel arbitration and their subsequent appeal, where arbitration was denied by the court. This word is being used way too many times. I gotta look how to say it correctly. Sorry, guys. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Just a quick sound. Just a quick person. How to say it. Come on, arbitration. Am I saying it right? Can somebody let me know in the chat? I'm saying it right. Thank you. That's all I needed. Okay. Arbitration was denied by the court. See, Mom T, yes. Rockland says she's hoping to set a public precedent for how influencers treat employees. Yes, because with an influencer, you think it's all like lollygagging, and also being an influencer is still really new. It's weird to say that it's still really new. I feel like since YouTube started in 2005 and it didn't really take off until like 2012, 2013, it's still really new. So we need to set like precedents. Her current lawsuit seeks compensation for wages she says were withheld from her, along with damages, penalties, attorney fees, and interest from the 3 years since Rockland was fired. Rockland said that she worked 80 hours a week or more and wasn't paid overtime at minimum wage. Okay, let's talk about it because he said that he gave her a yearly wage of $27,000 a year, right? But she only worked 6 months, so that's I said 27,000. I meant 72,000. Yeah, 72,000 a year. But she only worked 6 months, and half of that would be 26,000, right? Bring the two up. Is my math wrong, or is it 30 or is it 32,000? 32 plus 32. 31. I think I was right, 27. In the 20s, $20,000 to $30,000. Okay. So the thing is, she should have got her 72,000 in 6 months if she was working 80 hours a week. That's twice the amount. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my math right, okay, guys? You see what I'm saying? So if she's working 80 hours, which I believe as a producer for a YouTuber, that's not good. Let's keep reading. But in a perfect world, Rockland said she'd still work for Charles. She described a long-term vision of her role on his team to Insider, as well as what she believes led to everything falling apart. Under Rockland's creative direction, Charles's career skyrocketed. I believe it. I need a producer. Somebody please. The first time Rockland encountered Charles, she says, was when a friend showed her his job posting on Snapchat in February of 2018. At the time, she says she had no idea who Charles was, but she saw his young career as a promising challenge. She emailed her pitch to him and was selected for the position in March. Quote, what I told him was, James, we have to study your target audience and basically make content that appeals to those people. And we can dish out 2 to 3 videos a week. And I'm the person to help you do that. That's literally what I said earlier, guys. That's literally what I said. A producer is the person that is like, I'm going to set everything up for you. Don't even worry about it. Okay? I got you. That is who a producer is. I will think of the ideas for you. I'll get the camera set up. I will do your social media stuff. I'm pretty much the YouTuber. Like, that's how the producer is. James is just the face. Okay. Her position was described in her employment contract, which Insider viewed in part as several jobs rolled into one, with the title Creative Director and Director of Operations. Rockland said she was tasked with producing and editing Charles's YouTube videos, strategizing his social media posts and video concepts, taking photos and videos of him, running his merchandise brand, Sister Apparel, and serving as James Charles's right-hand man every day. Ooh, sorry. I didn't think she was doing that much. I speculated. I kept like saying, well, maybe she did the post. Okay. But she's editing his videos. Editing the videos alone. I've told you this, guys. Each video takes 8 to 10 hours to edit. And she didn't know. 2 to 3 videos a week editing alone, and then also she's a YouTuber. Girl, be a YouTuber yourself. Taking photos for him? I didn't think she was doing that. I thought he would hire a photographer. I thought he had several people on his team. Yeah. $27,000 wasn't enough. No. Especially for James. During the 6 months, Rockland worked for Charles. He maintained I also want to say 26,000 was a speculation. Not shaving the butt. Sorry. We don't know. That's all of this is speculation. And also me saying 26,000, that's also a speculation number. That's also they didn't say that in the article. During the 6 months, Rockland worked for Charles. He maintained an output of 8 videos a month, with more consistent and frequent posts than at any other point in his YouTube career. So she helped him. Take an ear break real quick. So she helps him grow in those 6 months. Rockland had a year of experience in the influencer industry at that point, and she previously worked as a creative director and producer for Erica Costello, a former member of Jake Paul's Team 10 on YouTube. But I thought Erica Costello worked for James Charles as well. Hold on. Rockland settled with Costello in 2021 after suing her, claiming failure to pay wages. But she says she can't discuss the lawsuit as part of the agreement. That's a whole other thing. I'm not getting into that. Hold on. How many titles does she have? She has several. She has like 6, 7. Creator, director of operations. She edited his videos, strategized his social media posts, so social media manager, editor, and then the other 2 things that I said earlier. Taking his photos, so photographer and videographer, running his merchandise, so merchandise manager. What's the word for it? There's another word. It's not merchandising manager, but merchandising. So 7? That's 7 jobs. I want 7 times the pay. Something about Costello. Okay, let's move on. In his May 10th video, Charles insinuated that Rockwell has a pattern of chasing settlement money from YouTubers. But Rockwell told Insider that people, quote, would be shocked, disappointed, and disgusted, unquote, by how frequently employees of influencers work overtime without compensation. And I believe it. Y'all need to be a YouTuber for a day. Nope. Y'all need to be a YouTuber for a week and see just a YouTuber for a week and don't get paid. Like, and that's why I tell people that start YouTube, you need to love what you're doing because it's a lot of work. Okay. And being in school and working on other jobs, working jobs for money and then doing YouTube. It's a lot. So I believe that she worked overtime for sure. For sure. Editing the videos. Just that alone. During the period when Rockland worked for Charles, he grew from just under 2.8 million subscribers to over 8.5 million. In 6 months, that's really good. That's a lot. He also produced some of his most iconic content, including a video series with his YouTube famous friends, Emma Chamberlain, Grayson Dolan, and Ethan Dolan, which was the, what was it called? The Sister Squad or something like that? Because, yeah, that's when the Dolan twins were really growing and Emma Chamberlain was really picking up. So, yeah, that is very true. Think of everything James posted for those 6 months, Rockland said. I was involved in it to the point where if I didn't show up that day, James wouldn't get work done. I believe it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to continue to say, I believe it, because it's just so much work. Rockland claims she worked long hours and wasn't compensated. Okay, let's keep reading. There's a lot. I paid my $1. We're reading it all. Before Rockland started working for Charles, she told Insider she asked for a competitive 6-figure salary, health benefits, and a plan to roll out a 401k match program. I'm literally going to fight this guy. I am. You're so rich that you can start a 401k for people? Like, let's, really think about that. You're so rich that you could be like, yeah, sure, you can have a retirement plan. Yeah, sure. Here's 6 figures. I'm sorry. You're so rich you can start a retirement plan for somebody? Ooh, health benefits in America? Let me throw something. I'm sorry. keep reading. Let's keep reading. Sister LLC responded and are like, well, quote, well, you know, we thought about it and we think we'll pay you $5,000 a month, she told Insider. We're not going to give you any benefits, but if you work really hard, we'll give you an annual bonus that will get you there. During her tenure, Rockland said she was given a raise to $6,000 a month, roughly $72,000 a year salary, to adjust for her additional responsibilities she was taking on, the seven titles that I told you about. Charles confirmed Rockland's salary in his May 10th video. However, she was also claiming she was never paid for the total number of hours she worked. It was sketchy, Rockland went on to say. Now, with career experience, I know that people will take advantage of you. But at the time, I was like, okay, well, I trust them. No, Mom. James attended a... Okay, I don't care. That's a picture of James. Okay, Rockland told Insider that when she was hired, she was making the most money out of anyone in her family. And she said she felt compelled to work as hard as she could so that she could earn her annual bonus. Without a financial security net, Rockland said she felt like she couldn't stop working because she wouldn't be able to pay rent. Wow. Shortly after Rockland was fired, James moved into a $2.3 million Encino home that he reportedly leased for $17,000 a month. People don't even make that a year. Like, you gotta know your privilege just a little bit. Hey, just a little bit. Hey, just a little bit. Gotta know your privilege. $17,000 a month. Yeah, sure. Yeah, 2.3 million house. Yeah, 17,000. Yeah, here you go. Child, anyway, so movers, can you move everything in for me? Like, you are just the face. Everyone's doing everything for you, dude. Pay your people. Okay. Quote, he was making monstrous money at 18 years old, and I literally couldn't even afford to pay my full rent. I shared a room with my friend in downtown LA, Rockland said. Everything I was doing for him, I was just in this losing financial game. Like, I've got to keep working. The bank, my bank account just bounced. That's sad. It sounds real. Like, this sounds real to me. Like, she's having to work. Feel like she's paycheck to paycheck. She's in LA. Like, I know that it's expensive there. Rockland felt Charles was a difficult person to work with. In addition to working for her more than 80 hours a week without overtime pay, according to Rockland and her complaint. Yeah, that says complaint. Rockland told Insider that Charles seemed incredibly unprofessional. He probably was incredibly unprofessional. He was 18 and he just started getting really big in the last 2 years. I'm not defending Charles, but I believe it because he was 18. If you're 18 with all this money, you just feel like I can just spend it all over the place. And even with Lil Nas, if you watch his what is it called? When they do the reading of the lyrics, you know what I'm talking about. They read the lyrics and then he talks about the song, and Lil Nas was like, yeah, after I blew up from Old Town Road, I was just drinking all this stuff. I was just partying, whatever. I didn't care because you just got all this money. So yeah, I believe that he was incredibly unprofessional. Quote, imagine having to go over and essentially pick James up out of bed, tell him to brush his teeth, tell him, okay, what do you want to eat? Okay, someone is coming to do your laundry. Okay, I'm going to get your laundry, I guess. Okay, time to start filming. You don't want to film? Well, we both know you have to. So please, let's think about it, Rockland said. So she had to really get him going. In the beginning of his YouTube career, he was probably really lazy about it. She also said Charles walked around the house naked in front of her, called Rockland names like the B word, and once texted her, quote, Kelly, I might need Might need your help shaving my butt, end quote. I don't know if that was a joke or anything. In preparation for a revealing Coachella outfit. Oh, wait. Rockland said Charles made her feel extremely uncomfortable. Okay, no, that wasn't a joke. Yikes, James. Like, she's not your little, like, pet person. She's your producer. I feel like the producer in any instance, everyone knows this in film, the producer gets the most respect. Like, there's the actors, James Charles in this instance. You're an actor, so you just tell me where to go, and I will go, and I will do the thing. And the producer is the person that is the producer. The director, we love the director. They're the person that's making the film, telling people where to go. But the producer is like, director, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Because I can replace you. Like, what's really going on here? You know, not like I can replace you, but you know what I mean. Like, they have the power. She's not your little thing that you can just take over. Let's keep reading. Quote, he was essentially a child when I met him, end quote. She said, but also, when it came to business matters and negotiations, he was all of a sudden this adult with a don't F with me vibe. Sorry, it's just, no. Due to what she says was the breadth of her role, Rockland's daily schedule was unpredictable, she said, which, yes, I believe that as well. I would wake up at 6 a.m. and not know what time I was going over to James. Rockland told Insider. Was I going over at 6 a.m.? Am I going over at 8 a.m.? Am I going over at 10 a.m.? Am I staying until 8 p.m. at night? Am I leaving at 4 a.m.? Am I sleeping over? I don't know what my day was going to look like. James denied being lazy with his May 10th video and described Rockland's claims as absolutely ridiculous, absurd, untrue, defamatory, just the craziest thing you could ever imagine. My team is like family to me. We watched the video. Quote, he's talking about his family. He's talking about how people in his team are family, and he would take care of them a lot. Okay, Rockland believes a freak accident caused a downward spiral. Less than a week before blank hit the fan with her job, Rockland said she was pleasantly surprised to get a meaningful gift from Charles. She told Insider he surprised her with the same Louis Vuitton necklace he gifted to his manager, his brother, and his best friend. James had said, obviously, this doesn't count. This is not your annual bonus. But I just wanted to say thank you. I love everything you're doing, sister. I was his person, Rockland said. Oh, is that the necklace? Is that the necklace? Y'all see it? Is that the necklace? It's just a little lock on it. Ooh, people just be buying stuff for the name. Okay, we're not getting into that. Look at that. It's so tiny. That's not the necklace. It's still in the box. Because it's literally a chain and a lock on it. But, okay. A few days later, on September 4th, 2018, Rockland said she and Charles were getting their nails done at a salon right by Charles's old apartment. Rockland said she was listening to the nail technician describe the surgery she needed for carpal tunnel syndrome and started to feel lightheaded. The next thing Rockland remembers is waking up to a frantic Charles. She had fainted, fallen out of her chair, and her head hit the tile floor. Rockland took an ambulance to the ER. Did Charles pay for that? Because an ER trip is expensive. Let me get in the car. I'll meet you at the hospital. Where the complaint says her hospitalization caused her to miss time at work and caused delays in meeting video production goals. I'm sorry I passed out from carpal tunnel syndrome. Sorry that I passed out. I'm going to need a little bit of time, Charles. I'm going to need a little bit of time off. Quote, after being let out of the hospital for the first time, James would text me very understanding things about how he appreciates me and how he hopes I feel better. But when I would call him or talk to him in person, he would be the complete opposite, she told Insider. Alleges that Charles urged her to meet video upload deadlines, asking her to edit videos on her laptop and come into production meetings. I used to edit on my laptop. You know how frustrating that was? You know how frustrating it was to edit on my laptop? And it was so frustrating that I was like, throw the whole thing away, and I created a whole studio. I just made a whole studio because my laptop was so slow. Then I would stop making videos because I was like, I'm done. This thing is so slow. The editing is trash. Edit on your videos with her carpal tunnel hand. Okay. Then the complaint says, it's not complaint, is it? Am I saying this word wrong? Whatever. Says Rockland's, it's complaint. Yeah. Says Rockland's, quote, treating physician diagnosed her with a concussion and instructed her to take a week off work in order to recover. So you got a doctor's note. That's what I'm saying. With these people that have a lot of money, you need to have HR, you need to have checks and balances where someone that is working for Charles can present a doctor's note and be like, I need to take these amount of days off and not be wrongfully terminated because I have a doctor's note. You know? She alleges that, quote, she could have fully performed all duties and functions of her job in an adequate, satisfactory, and or understanding manner, particularly if she was provided with reasonable accommodations requested. On September 19th, Rockland said Charles called her over for a personal meeting. According to the complaint, Charles callously informed her that she was being terminated due to poor performance. He flipped on a dime, Rockland told Insider. How do you go from buying someone a Louis Vuitton necklace, saying thank you so much for all your work, to you're fired? We no longer need you. So he got her the necklace. When did he get the necklace? August 24th, 2018. August 24th, 2018. So less than a month later, he's like, bye, sister. Bye, sister. Dang, that's so sad. Okay. Rockland is pursuing monetary damages and wants to share her story. Initially, rather than settle, Charles's legal team moved to uphold the operation clause in Rockland's employment contract. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry from reading so much. Y'all better have your tea. According to the court documents reviewed by Insider, Operations is a private dispute resolution process outside the judicial system in which a third-party operation firm, in this case paid for by Sister LLC, receives evidence, hears arguments, and makes a decision. He has a whole company. That's why I want to be a D-lister. You know, a little bit of, hey, oh, that's the girl from that one YouTube channel, and then call it a day. Like, wow. However, the operation clause in Rockland's contract now may be void thanks to a California law that went into effect on January 1st, 2020. Charles's attorneys failed to pay fees required for the commencement of operations within 30 days of the due date because of the communication error between Charles's firm and the private operation firm. As a result, Rockland moved to litigation, which was granted. Charles's attorney have appealed the decision and are waiting on a response from the court. On his May 10th video, Charles has also said he feels as though he's being blackmailed by Rockland, who he said was going after him for hundreds of thousands of dollars. In response, Rockland's attorneys deny that Rockland was blackmailing Charles. He claims that Charles's legal team attempted to offer a settlement to buy her silence. Ooh, and keep the story out of the media. Ooh, because he's already going through it. You know what I mean? There's already like a bunch of a bunch of things. James made a reasonable settlement offer for an employment. I wish I could read regular for an employment lawsuit. She countered with an outrageous amount of money to settle and to retract her public statement. James wasn't willing to pay her off. Sam Mangan, Charles's manager, told Insider in a statement. Oh, so Charles's manager is talking in this. Contrary to popular belief, I have never paid anybody to speak or not speak about me, and this will not be the first time that I do that, Charles said in the video. My only opinion is to pursue this in the fullest extent of the law and hope that when it gets to the courtroom, justice will be served. Charles's response to Rockland on Twitter for publication. Charles denied to address specific claims made by Rockland to Insider prior to the publication because of the ongoing statements of their litigation. However, in his May 10th video, he addressed the claims that Insider said him. We are dealing with the court of. We watched the video, so he's talking about the public opinion is not on his side. We talked about that and how on his Twitter the N-word was out and how he allegedly would say the N-word around her all the time. In response to Charles's video, Rockland accused Charles of using the slur with a hard R in front of her on numerous occasions. She said he used it casually during video production, and she also said he would refer to his friends using the slur. Another person who had a personal relationship with Charles prior to 2016 told Insider that Charles casually said the slur in front of them in high school too. Oh, I believe that 110%. Rockland told Insider that Charles's longtime employees and friends don't speak up against him publicly or hold him accountable in person because they're birds of feather and all want something they can obtain by remaining in Charles's good graces. In 2017, Charles apologized for a tweet about the Ebola virus in Africa that many people viewed as racist. And he has also publicly apologized for tweeting a microaggression at Alicia Keys. I want to read this. I can't believe we're going to Africa today. OMG, what if we get Ebola? So sad. You're not supposed to. Wait. Bring it back. Bring it back. Okay. Okay, we're back. But you see what I'm saying? Like, that's not okay. In early 2020, Charles also denied singing the N-word along to a song in an Instagram story. How stupid would I have to be to confidently record a video of me singing the N-word and still have it up the next morning, he wrote at the time. If you're not a person of color, you cannot say the N-word ever, Charles told paparazzi in January 2020. At first, Rockland told Insider that she didn't want to litigate in a public legal proceeding because she feared backlash from social media. Now, after seeing the empathetic response to her in YouTube videos that were made about the case, Rockland said she feels as if a larger message needs to be broadcasted about the influencer industry. This is almost the opportunity to set a precedent to really say, if you're a content creator and you want to hire someone, you need to make sure that you're doing your part and being a decent human being and taking care of your people, Rockland said. Wow. So this is it. This is the article that people have been talking about. So now we understand that she's been working 80-hour weeks. She had 7 jobs titles, all these things, dee da, doo doo doo, boo boo boo, boo boo boo. And that's so interesting to me, you know? And so we're going to see how this goes, because it's just like, now we know that she didn't get paid the amount that she should have gotten paid, and she had to overwork. She had lived paycheck to paycheck. She had a roommate while he lived in a $2.3 million